We're taking another look at the 2025 recruiting class, and today we're shining a spotlight on 4-star cornerback Maison Dunn, who signed with Ole Miss. We're going to look at his highlights. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering the 2025 recruiting class every day this offseason, player by player. You need to know what your new players look like before they hit the field, because when they start making plays on Saturday, you need to know a little something about them. Click that button. Stop missing out. We're looking at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, fast forward like 2 to 3 minutes, you'll get there. He's rated as a 4-star prospect by 24/7 Sports, ranked 14th in the class among cornerbacks, 18th in the composite, ranked 109 overall to 170 in the composite. So we do have a disparity there. We'll check that out in the highlights. We'll see what he's working with. Listed at 6'2.5", 180. This is always dated. This is earlier in the recruiting cycle, so we might have a different height and weight come spring ball. We do have 12 offers, and teams looking at him: Ole Miss, Alabama, Mississippi State, Arkansas. So some big schools looking at him still. And this offer number, like 24/7 Sports, does not always update their page, so it could be more than that. And if he was talking to us, he'd probably say, hey, there is more than that, more than likely. On top of that, we do not have a scouting report. We have a 100 time 11.41, so we do have some speed. That's cooking. I know it's not in the 10s for some of you 100-meter time zealots, but that's still cooking. If you saw that running on the track, you'd be very excited about that without knowing the time. But Ole Miss signed. Offer sent by Memphis, Louisville, try to get out. Still big schools, mid-tier schools, whatever you want to call it. But programs were after him. 21 tackles in 2023, 2 interceptions. Let's take a look at the highlights. Let's see what he's working with. And let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can watch film on these players all off season long, especially Ole Miss fans, because I'm going to be covering a lot of your players. But here we go. About 4 minutes of clips here. Should be enough to get a good sample. All right, we rise up. We get the pick. We cook on the field. We cook on the field. Like, when I'm saying cook, I'm talking about the speed. He's a long strider. He's got some burst to him. That's what I'm seeing there. Good range on the ball. Good range on the ball. Notice where these interceptions are coming from. Oh, wait. There he is. Nice hit. Nice stick. So when I said that, interceptions are when the quarterback's just away from him. Nice hit. He was with 20 on the deep third. Playing stride for stride, stride for stride, reading the hands, coming up for it. I think got the pick, but it's kind of great. There it is. Yep. Ball skills. Play stride for stride. Faster than what the 100-meter time indicated. Gets him. Slams him. Very assertive, aggressive with good burst. Boom. Comes in. Gets him. Solid. Stepping back. Boom. Coming up, reading the run. Wraps him up. Rolls with the momentum of the player to bring him down. That's what he's doing. Grabbing cloth on the way down, rolling with the momentum. He's got inside shade. He knows look at this. He's going to break on that, isn't he? There he is. Like, his highlights should be kind of boring. Like that. A good cornerback should have some boring highlights where the ball's not coming his way, and it's him just going one-on-one, showing that the ball's not going his way. A good cornerback should have boring highlights. A few picks here and there. Just boring highlights. There it is. That's what it should look like. Like, you need to understand how to dissect the highlights for certain position groups. This is it. So again, coming back, that ball wasn't to his man. His man was underneath. Most of his fun highlights are going to be stopping the run. That's a good thing. Quarterbacks aren't throwing his way. So he's got to show you covering. He's got to show him tackling. That's a good indicator. Because at the high school level, if they're throwing their way and he's able to get all these picks, there's a reason why they're throwing their way. They're either dumb, and if it's multiple schools, then there's a trend there. However, if they're not throwing their way, they're saying, hey, this guy's too nasty. We're looking the other way of the field, or we're going underneath when he's playing deep third. That's it. And we're seeing that. These clips are the indicator. Someone shot this off their phone, maybe. Sometimes they use these overlays. That is what that's saying to me. I think he's a good cornerback. I think he's very sound at all phases. We saw his range on those interceptions. We're seeing him play stride for stride downfield, man. Sometimes you see mostly zone out of the corners too, and you're like, I don't know. In my head, if you can play man, you can play zone. Like a lot of the zone parts, like mental, like you gotta have the good feet and everything else. But if you can play man, you got the good feet. Like if you can play stride for stride at a high level downfield to the point you're getting recruited. There it is. There it is. So what we're looking at here is a cornerback that's probably underranked. That's probably underranked here. I say that a lot in this area of the rankings because it's usually true with a lot of these players. Sometimes not. But what I see here is a guy that has good speed, that runs faster than the 100-meter time. Because sometimes you just got to have that trained up a little bit to be faster. But he's a long strider. He's got a lot of burst and a lot of pop. He's got a lot of range. He can play stride for stride with the wide receiver. He's very smart when the ball's in the air. He can attack it. He's also good at coming up, playing the run, getting after that running back. He's had a few good hits in there. There's not a lot of highlights with the ball thrown his way. That's a huge indicator that teams are like, we can't throw his way. We can't throw his way. He is too dangerous of a prospect. If he does, there's a good chance he's going to get the interception. So we got to look the other way, or we got to go to the short game when he's covering the deep third. He's that good of a player. So you're looking here at a cornerback prospect that could emerge as a big-time prospect out of Ole Miss here in the next few years. He's got that type of upside. He's got that type of playmaking ability. He's got a nose for the football when it's in the air. And there's plenty of upside here. I'm saying upside, and when I'm thinking about that, one of the top cornerbacks in the country, and NFL ready in a few years, NFL draft prospect that we're going to be looking at in the mock drafts, wondering where he's going to go when we're doing a PFF mock draft simulator. That's going to be a name that comes up if we continue to develop and get better and everything goes right in our way. Sometimes there's got to be a little bit of luck if things not happening that you're not aware of, like injuries and stuff like that. But still, this is a player that has good range, that can play stride for stride. We saw that. And could be nasty in man coverage, nasty off the press, and also has the range to get back, get to the ball, even though he's not in that area, because he can read the ball while it's in the air while covering the wide receiver that's in front of him. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.